Summer is here, which means we all want to look and feel our best. A GLP-1 may be right for you. Visit orderlymeds.com to learn more about which GLP-1 you could be eligible for. Getting started is fast, easy, and happens virtually through telemedicine from licensed professionals. Check it out for yourself. Go to orderlymeds.com/podcast. That's orderlymeds.com/podcast. Taking care of yourself feels great. Compounded medications are not FDA approved. Eligibility required and determined by a licensed provider. Individual results may vary. See website for details.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your podcast host, Hanju Lee, and you are listening to Better Golf Daily, where I introduce one concept, one research-backed idea, and one thing you can take straight to the golf course. Let's go. What if replaying your worst shot over and over in your head isn't teaching you anything at all? Think about the last time you hit a really, really bad shot, a chunk, shank, something that made you flinch. What did you do right after? Most golfers do the same thing. They walk to the next shot, replaying it in their head. Why did I do that? I always do that under pressure. What is wrong with my swing? Over and over. Sometimes for the rest of the round. Now, this is the last one in our bad advice series, where we've spent a week taking golf's most repeated advice and checking it against the real research. We started with the confidence myth, and we learned that confidence isn't something you can just decide to have. It's something you have to build over time and earn. Then the calm down myth, where we found out telling yourself to relax usually backfires, and it works better just to relabel your nerves as excitement. We cover the you gotta want it myth and saw how wanting something too badly actually makes your hands worse, not better. And last one, the keep grinding myth, where we learned that hitting the same shot over and over stops helping after a while. You need to mix it up. And today, we are closing the series out with maybe the most well-meaning bad advice on this whole list. Replay your mistakes, so learn from them. Turns out, most golfers replaying their mistakes aren't learning a thing. Here's a surprising part. A psychologist named Ethan Kross, along with a colleague named Özlem Aydak, studied exactly this, and they found there are two totally different ways to play a bad moment, and they lead to opposite results. One is called rumination, the other, reflection. Most golfers think they're reflecting, but they're actually ruminating. So rumination is replaying the bad shot from the inside, like it's happening to you all over again. I hit that shot fat, I always choke here. When you do this, you're not learning anything. You're just making yourself feel bad moment twice. Kross and Aydak found that people who replay things this way stay upset longer, and they actually understand less about what went wrong, not more. Reflection is completely different. In their studies, they had people picture the bad moment like they were watching it happen to someone else from far away. That one small change made a big difference. People who did this figured out what actually went wrong much more easily, and they felt better faster. Same bad moment, totally different result, just based on how they looked at it. Kross also found something simple that helps with this. Instead of thinking, oh man, I hit that shot fat, you should think, Hanju, what happened on that swing? Just swapping I for your own name. It sounds too small to matter, but in his research, people who talk to themselves this way handled pressure better and bounced back faster. Using your name, the way coach would, gives your brain just enough space to think clearly instead of just feeling bad. Here's how you use this on the course. After a bad shot, give yourself 10 seconds, no more, and look at it like a coach would from the outside. Not, I always do this under pressure. Instead, something like, what did the club actually do? Came in steep. Weight stayed on the back foot. Rushed the transition. One clear, simple detail said the way someone's watching you would say it, not the way you say it while flinching. If it helps, use your own name for those 10 seconds. If it feels weird at first, that's fine. The weirdness is the whole point. Then let it go. Not because the mistake didn't matter, but because you already got the one useful thing out of it. Anything past those 10 seconds is just replaying the pain, dressed up like self-improvement. At the end of the round, this works even better with the notebook. 2 or 3 shots, look at it from the outside. One simple detail each. Not a page about how frustrated you were. Notes a coach would take on someone else's swing, who happens to be you. So here's the whole series boiled down. The confidence myth taught us belief gets built, not summoned. The calm down myth taught us nerves need a new name, not suppression. The you gotta want it myth taught us wanting it too much backfires. And the keep grinding myth taught us repetition alone stops working without variety. And today, replaying your mistakes only helps if you watch it happen instead of living it all over again. Golf's going to give you a bad shot almost every round. That part was never up to you. What is up to you is whether you relive it or just look at it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Talk to you next time. Until then, watch the shot like a coach would, not like it's happening to you. Bye for now.
We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.